Hello, welcome everyone. This is Tuesday night. This is D&D at its finest. This is Welcome to Zarkamar. Me and my friends, we're a bunch of geeks, all middle-aged. I feel so old though. And we love Dungeons and Dragons. We play it, we try and excel at it, we make up our own shit as we go on. But there you go. So we start at 7 o'clock. I thought I'd start the stream slightly early so that you guys can see the welcome screen. I've not connected to Discord yet, so I think we've got a couple of minutes. So we might as well go and join Discord and see who's there.
I'll try and I'm not being super deliberate about it, but I'll try and just sort of go, okay, who didn't I hear last time? And I'll just ask them what they want to do up front. Like, and it turns out awesome. Like last time, I think I had missed out hearing from Christine, and so you guys were getting ready to go into the building, and I asked her what she wanted to do, and it turned into that.
Okay,
really
so
cool
by the sounds of it, Anthony's now talking about doing other bits and pieces, but you know, I mean, it is one of those things, isn't it? It's one of those things.
So that I try and do it that way, just game wise. Is I did feel, and at the end, I'll try and go back in my head and go, okay, who do I think got gypped that time around? If I were to just sort of look at it, and honestly, I thought it was Pete last time. I thought Pete had slightly less that he got to do, and either that or Felix, because Felix really wanted to blow something up.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. No, there was that thing where we were escaping out the window, and I was trying to think how are we going to get them out the window, and you sort of, I had this whole thing planned out where I was going to do a flashback. Going to basically, it was going to be me showing.
We're talking about Blades in the Dark. Imagine that, 7 o'clock at night.
So she was
Dungeons and Dragons, talking about Blades in the Dark.
Just under the window there.
Nice.
So now I get
to
it.
Go down, but all in a flashback.
That would have been perfect.
Nice.
Absolutely.
But you did the rail, which was fine. So yeah.
I just threw something that, in all honesty, we were like 40 minutes over, and I was like, "Oh God, these guys are gonna hate me and never play again."
It was one of those things where I must admit, the first couple of sessions I've been struggling to understand sort of how to use flashback. I had it just for a tweet. Oh right, it's like a heist movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where basically it's
it's Ocean's 11.
The flashback is the bit where no one saw coming, where this really clever thing is arranged to deal with the situation.
Yeah, it really is.
The nice thing is you don't have to pre-think it.
Yes,
it is that idea that you don't have to pre-think it. That's the beauty of it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, right. It's like the equipment. You don't have to pre-think the equipment you take. You just need to specify your load, and then you just happen to have the thing that you need if you still have enough load.
Just got to make sure you don't shoot your load.
Yeah.
I like the fact that we've got two different ways of playing, because here at the D&D, we can get really deliberate and indulge our planning kick and go through and get goofy items like caltrops and bags of flour and try and overthink it all the way out, and then get that gratification when suddenly you do get to use something that you've thought up. Yeah. Whereas the other, it's the bubble gum. It's a chance just to sort of just let loose and just sort of goofy role play and just let it roll.
Yeah, and it's that thinking on your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Really,
not that we ever think on our feet. We never think on our feet.
More from a player into a fellow storyteller. It's a bit like a writing room.
It's nice sometimes to
plot and telling the story with everyone involved, and
they describe it. Yeah, they describe it in the book. It's like it's it's you're creatively coming together. You are all finding out the story at the same time.
Yeah.
You're all. It's almost like you're watching a TV show.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. We're talking too much about Hans Con.
Controlling GM. Let's put it that way. If you had a GM who basically had this whole thing planned out in his head,
Yeah.
it's not that game.
Which is me. If I'm playing any other game, I tend to be that screwed up linear jam everybody down the path type of guy. So it's actually really good for me too.
I don't know. That's an interesting question. I don't know how it feels for you guys in terms of this game, whether you feel that is kind of what you get with this. But I cannot tell you the number of times where I've created 3, 4, 5 paths. You've chosen one and the other stuff just goes in the bin. It just gets discarded because you never did that. So it goes away. And I don't know whether it feels that way or not. It almost feels like it's, for you guys, it's like, oh, it's predetermined. Well, that's the natural thing we've got to do. That's the natural thing we've got to do. And what I try to do is actually set it up so that it's not.
I think this is the pre-game setup. We're actually waiting for Morn to turn up. So he was on Discord, but then he dropped. So don't know whether he's got internet problems or what. But we'll get there. So I'm going to join the Discord chat in a second.
Where it feels a bit more like we're in opposition. So like we're trying to work out what's in your head, where we're supposed to go next. It does feel a bit more adversarial, I think. In that
hopefully you understand that from my perspective, there is an amount of, okay, I set things up so you can knock them down and deal with them and do whatever you want to do. And there is always that. I mean, like, there's a bit of a conundrum that you've got going on. I thought this was fairly clear in terms of selling you all of the things that were going on in this particular situation you find yourselves in, but it isn't. And I'm sitting there going, okay, how do I resolve that? Because that's a problem for me, because it's not supposed to be adversarial. It's supposed to be, you've made the connection and you've done sort of things up.
What's the wrong word? It's a situation where, like, we know that
he's obviously got something in his head, but we don't know what it is.
Yeah, but there's also, we know that you set up some challenges that we have to overcome. And we know that you won't have set those up, so it's impossible for us to overcome them. No. But we know that certain routes will be harder than others.
There he is.
Yes.
So we try and work out, what's the, not the right way, but, the most effective
way. And usually there's more than one way.
Yes,
that's the other thing as well, is I do try and have at least 2, sometimes 3, 4, 5, again, different ways of, you could go that direction, you could go that direction, you could try it with this, you could try it with that, etc.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, it's just the way things have fallen on this particular occasion. Things haven't worked out quite as obvious, but that is different, I think, to Blades in the Dark, where it's pretty obvious what the challenge is. But what you've then got is those complications thrown in, and it's about you weaving the story through that, which is quite a different thing. It's interesting, isn't it? Tabletop role-playing game, completely different thing.
Yeah. Martin, Martin, you can't hear me. Ha ha, ha ha.
Martin's muted too.
Martin,
I licked your bears, your monkeys. I licked your monkeys. Real good.
I don't know what's happening here.
I am confused too.
Martin, the monkey's real good.
Did you see?
Oh, he heard that one.
Dragon Struggle that I just put in the chat, by the way. I know normally the loop.
Yes, I've copied that all out and popped that in my notes, so we can divvy that up.
Thank you.
Okay, so hopefully Martin can actually hear us. I think he can because he laughed at that. Yes, he's nodding. Are you okay, mate? Muggsy wants to know if you're okay. He's a bit shy to ask you directly, you see. Is your microphone working? That's an international symbol for fuck knows.
That was a French shrug. That's what that was.
Yes. It's like, nah.
Technology.
Okay. So, Morn, Martin, Delira will be speaking on stream when he sorts out his technical difficulties. No, hitting the webcam, Martin's not going to fix the microphone.
Might.
Oh, you want us to lip read? Okay, lip reading. Okay, I'm good at this. Okay, 3 syllables. 3 syllables. No, you're muted and no, you still can't hear you, mate.
I'm just checking that everyone can read the text. All right, the lighting's okay on the.
Yeah, well, I've got a. If you have a look where Garvis is on the welcome to, you've got a bit of a lighty butterfly. Garvis seems to be in the centre of it. Delira's on the left wing, and I seem to be in the right wing of it. But apart from that, yeah. Oh, you've also got some other lights going over Muggsy and.
To give off light.
Yeah. I'm missing Illyra and Garvis's name, but apart from that, yeah.
John, quick question. Scroll
Yes.
protection from what?
Do we need to detect Magicus?
You can roll a D100 if you want, and I'll tell you. I've got it here.
Did I not roll on the I didn't roll on the table and put that down, did I?
Apparently,
Yeah, go on then. What's the
do a D100 roll.
what?
Use that protection from
99.
Yeah, so we do seem to be having some technical
Literally 4. 4.
technical problems with Morn, bless him.
Protection from aberrations. Pick one. Go down the list. Pick one that you think might be useful.
Fiends.
No, protection from stupid mistakes. We need that.
If only that was a scroll.
Protection from Fae.
Protection from Muggsy.
The one you don't want is protection from plants.
Who says? You guys have actually met plants before that have tried to womp you
Well, yeah, I know. True.
and had the signifier plant. No, seriously, just you feel free. Pick one off the list. Just tell me what it is.
No, I'm happy with aberrations. It's fine.
Go with aberrations then.
Yeah.
Do 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 do
Here is it?
do 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 do.
So I had an interesting problem today where
Did you call the doctor?
some customers of my client were complaining that they couldn't access parts of the system. And I fiddled about. Oh, that was good. That was a green bar I saw there, Martin.
Hooray!
Hey.
I don't know. Windows have taken all the permissions off for audio for devices from everything. Previously, it's like no devices can access audio. What? Sorry about that.
Switch it off and switch it on again.
Yeah, it was somewhere in the privacy settings that had gone weird. Okay, sorry about that.
It's all right. That's okay. So it turned out that the problem was that some people put the zoom level up really, really high on their phones, and it ends up that the actual width, the effective pixel width of the browser window is 270. Even though it's 1080 wide, the screen.
Yeah.
They whack the multiplication, like 4x multiplication up, and therefore they go in to their device and it's a 270 pixel wide screen. And what this was doing is there was an overlay that was sliding in, and that was wider than the 270 pixels.
Yeah.
And because it was coming in. No, that wasn't the problem. It wasn't the fact that it was covering in because there was a close button at the top. That wasn't the issue. The issue